Hello, everybody. What's going on? Happy New Year. Hey. What's going on, beautiful people? Hey. How y'all doing today? Welcome to 2024, beautiful people. Hey. How are you all doing? Y'all know me. I'm really a morning person, but I be trying to come on like in the afternoon because I know other people be up. But we're going to get it how we live in 2024, okay? How are you all doing? Thank you. I appreciate the compliments. Let me know how y'all feeling. Come on in here. Also, invite some people, okay? Let me say this. I've been marinating in what I wanted to talk about. Opening 2024, right? I was like, I want to talk about something, but I don't necessarily want to talk about how-to stuff, right? I've written books. I got planners. I got plenty of YouTube videos and Instagram videos and Facebook groups and coaching programs and like all the things. And I really want to talk about some trends that I've seen over the years that can hinder you if you don't shift. Okay? Just put shift in the chat, right? Just put shift in the chat. I'm going to take a moment to introduce myself, but I want to make sure that we come into this year thinking like a boss, right? Thinking like a boss. And I feel like because we operate online, we are heavily influenced by our peers, right? We are heavily influenced by our peers. And so because of that, you can lose your identity in the process. Okay? How do I know? Because it was me, baby. When I first came online, I thought I had to be like this person, that person. I thought I had to structure my business a certain way. I thought that I had to, wear certain clothes. I thought I had to be in certain programs. I just thought I had to do a lot of these things that I just didn't have to do. And that's really how the whole UnCloned brand came about. It's really about really finding yourself and finding your identity. And that's really what I want for you all to have as we go into 2024. I know it's, new year, new me, but it really need to be new year, new mind, right? New year, new mindset, new year, new thinking. I really want to get you all to a place where you all are trusting yourself more. Like if I had to pinpoint something that I see that keeps entrepreneurs behind, it is hands down your inability to trust yourself. Nothing else. Because we wouldn't become entrepreneurs if we didn't have dope ideas. We wouldn't become entrepreneurs if we didn't think we were capable of it. I think somewhere along the line, you come across people, programs, experiences that make you think that you don't know what you're talking about, right? And I just want you all to know that, like, this is the year of confidence. This is the year of I believe in myself. This is the year of I trust myself. This is the year that I'm not overthinking. This is the year that I'm pressing go and I'm pressing hard on it, right? That's what this year is about. This year is about unlearning BS. This year is about unfollowing people that does not pour into you. This year is about getting rid of distractions. This year is about getting rid of people who don't see the value in you. This year is about purging BS. That's what this year is about. If y'all hear me, just let me know because we're about to get into it. I haven't even gotten into my introduction, who I am, what we're about to talk about or anything, but I really need you all to know that, like, you can't keep saying new year, new me if you're not shifting who you are. If you're not fully stepping in and becoming closer and closer and closer and closer and closer to who you know you need to be, then you have to stop saying new year, new me. In order for you to say new year, new me, that requires you to unlearn some things. That requires you to lean into who you are. And for some of you all, it's going to be easy. And for some of you all, it's going to be a shift. It's going to be a shift. Put shift in the chat, right? Put shift in the chat if you all are vibing with what I'm saying here. So let me take a moment to introduce myself. For those who may not know who I am, my name is Audria Richmond. I'm a marketing and launch strategist. I work directly with my clients to teach them how to build uncloned brands and launch profitable, uncloned marketing campaigns. I'm the girl you come to when you want to become the obvious choice in your industry. Okay, so today we're going to be talking about, I already got my notes, y'all. I already got my notes. I hope you got your notes. I hope you got your notepad. I hope you got your pen. I hope you got all the things you need, okay? But we're going to be talking about 8 mental shifts all business owners need to win in 2024. Now, some of these things are going to be obvious to you, and some of these things may or may not be as obvious to you, all right? So all I ask is that you be active, be excited. I'm not selling you anything. Y'all can click the link in my bio and learn about all the things we have coming up. If you on my email list, you will be the first to know about whatever we're doing here at UnCloned Media. But I don't have anything to sell you, so you can let your guard down, okay? Like, I'm not coming here with a pitch embedded into my content today. I really just want to serve as we open up into 2024. So you can let your guard down. You can chill out, okay? Okay? And just do what you need to do, okay? So let's get into it. One of the things that I have observed after coaching thousands and thousands and thousands of people, okay? And I'm not just saying that like, oh, it sounds cute. Like, no, I have coached. I've been in the online space since 2013. I officially made my first sale. I officially made my first sale in 2014 as far as online, right? It was April 14, 2014. That was the first time I made money online. But from 2014 to now, I have coached a lot of people. I have done a ton of one-on-one calls. I have facilitated a lot of online events. I have facilitated group coaching programs. We're going into our 5th year of running the UnCloned Mastermind. And so I can just tell you I've had 4 membership sites. So I have a lot of experience working with people in different capacity, in groups, one-on-ones, events, speaking, all types of ways. And there's a few things that is very consistent. It doesn't matter. And this is what I've noticed. It doesn't matter about, because this is the thing, right? A lot of people coach hop. Okay. Ooh. A lot of people coach hop. I told y'all, look, let me also give you a little disclaimer here. If you new here, I'm probably going to say some stuff that hurt your toes. But just know it's out of love. I ain't gonna disrespect you. It's gonna be out of love. But I just want to I'm gonna come in a little punchy because, I don't want you chilling as we come into 2024, right? And so a lot of you all are coach hopping. Let me explain. You join one program, okay? You join one program and you know how you try to get your words together so you don't grind too hard. I'm trying to be calculated in my words. You know what I mean? A lot of you all coach hop and you say the program is bad. Now, granted, sometimes the program can be bad. But one of the things that is more important than the program being bad and all of these things being bad is that you weren't clear to begin with. I know I told you it's going to sting a little bit. You weren't clear before you joined the program. And you expected your coach, your mentor, your person to give you vision. And no one can give you vision. Okay? No one can give you vision. No one can give you vision but God and you, baby. That's it. I've never been in a program where when I joined the program, they say, okay, you're Audria Richmond. Let me go to my Rolodex and find your vision. Give me 1 second. Thank you so much for joining my program. I'm just so excited about this. Let me go in my Rolodex and look for your vision so I can give it to you so you'll know how to get the most out of this program. Let me go ahead and get that for you. Okay, here we go. I found it. Here's your vision. This is what I need you to operate from while you're in my program. I've never had that happen. Whenever you join a program, whenever you join a program, you have to be clear about why you joined in the first place. Does it make sense what I'm saying? Like, you have to be clear on why did I sign up for this program? What was the reason? You know how they say, what was the reason? What was the reason? Like, what was the reason? Like, why did I sign up for this program? And can I be transparent with you? Last year, I made some significant investments. And not just last year, but just over the years. But more so last year, I spent a lot of money last year. And to be honest with you, there were a lot of things that I invested in that I should have kept my money in my pocket. And I felt so embarrassed because it wasn't the program. It wasn't the program. So let me be clear about that. It wasn't the program. It was the fact that I allowed influence to make me make a bad decision without honoring my vision. Let me say that again. I allowed influence, okay, to alter my vision, thinking that, this person is a part of this thing. I'm going to be a part of this thing. And come to realize that the thing that I was joining wasn't in alignment with my vision. I knew 4 or 5 years ago that I wanted a highly leverageable company. Highly leverageable company. I knew that from years ago. That's why when I wrote, Are You Ready for the Yes? That was my first book on personal branding. Then I wrote my second book, which is all about like this uncloned movement, what it means to be uncloned. And then after I wrote Uncloned Marketing, it was very clear to me that I need to be able to I need to create my certification program. I need to be able to create these courses. Like, I was crystal clear around what that looks like. I joined 2 programs that had nothing to do with that vision. And I found myself being frustrated with the program, but who I really should have been frustrated with is myself. Is this making sense what I'm saying, y'all? Just put yes in the chat if y'all get what I'm saying. Because oftentimes we get caught up in the influence and get lost in the vision. Let me say this again. You get caught up in the influence and you get lost in your vision. Like, you forgot what you said you wanted to do. You forgot what you said you wanted. You forgot where you said you desired. You forgot that. And you got hyped up at the event and you signed up for the program. You get hyped up at the webinar and you signed up for the program. You get hyped up at the workshop and then you signed up for the program. You got hyped up on the live stream and you signed up for the event. You got hyped up on the live stream and then you signed up for the program. Are y'all getting what I'm saying? So I want you this year, before you say yes to any goddamn thing, I don't give a damn if it's $5 or $100,000. I want you to genuinely ask yourself like 3 whys, right? It's super simple. You see a program you're interested in joining, your first question you need to ask yourself is why? Why am I joining this? Well, okay, cool. I got my answer. Okay, another why. Why? Once you get that answer, why? Okay, great. You got that answer. Okay, why again? Because I promise you, we have to stop playing the blame game and take responsibility for the decisions that we make, especially our financial decisions. There are so many people who are burnt to a crisp from making bad investments and think that the coaching industry is trash, and it's not. It's your inability to stay in alignment with your vision. That's the problem. If I would have stayed in alignment with my vision, I could have saved myself about $65,000 last year. If I would have just stuck to what the hell I said I wanted to do. And then the flip thing on this, I ended up signing up for a program that I know I needed, and it was only $5,000, right? I think I paid like $3,000 for the program, and then I signed up for multiple calls with this person. So let's just say about $5,000 to $6,000, right? And so I could have spent the $6,000 because that was more in alignment with my vision than me spending this much money. Does this make sense what I'm saying? Thank you for buying a badge. I need y'all to understand this, because if you don't understand this, you're going to come into the year getting caught up in the hype. You're going to be getting caught up in the trends. You're going to be caught up in stuff that you know it ain't got no interest to you. You over here trying to become a master at AI and you don't give a damn about it. You're trying to become you're trying to join a program on how to create a course when you know you're supposed to be writing a book. You're in a program about writing a book when you know you're supposed to be creating a certification program. You're out here trying to become a content creator when you said you wanted to become a speaker. Like, you all got to get clear on what you said you wanted to do, and you need to make sure that your investments are in alignment with your vision. If y'all got it, just put got it in the chat. So, the first mental shift that I want you all to make, and this is actually wasn't even on the list, to be honest. This was like something that just came straight out of me as the start of this live stream. But make sure your investments are in alignment with your vision. That's the first one. Okay, we're going to give you 9 mental shifts. Because I really, that just came out of me. I wasn't even, that just came out of me. Make sure in 2024 that your investments are in alignment with your vision. Okay? This should help you save a ton of money. All right? Now, number 1. Y'all not going to like me for this, but it's all good. It's all good. Use your coach as a guide, not the source. Let me explain. I'm going to say this again. Use your coach as a guide, not the source. What does this mean? What are you talking about, Audria? What are you talking about? Your coach job is not to lead you. Okay? It's not to tell you how to run your business. Okay? That's not what the coach is supposed to do. Your coach is there to work alongside you to guide you in the right direction. You all are getting coaching misconstrued. You all are joining coaching programs expecting them to be the CEO of your business. That is not by any means how coaching works. Okay? When you're hiring a coach, the coach is there to facilitate. What do we just say? The coach is there. The coach is there to facilitate your vision. Your vision, not theirs. And if you're working with someone who has a bigger vision for you than you have for yourself, you need to take a pause and figure out what you want. Okay? You need to take a pause and figure out what you want. Let me be clear about this, because I see a lot of people join programs and the first thing they ask their coach is, what am I supposed to be doing, coach? Coach, what am I supposed to be doing? Let me tell you something. I read a book last year. It was called, what was the name of this book? Outwitting the Devil by Napoleon Hill. Okay? Outwitting the Devil by Napoleon Hill. He said 98% of the world don't think for themselves. Everything, like they expect everybody to think for them and tell them what to do and this, that, and the third. Let me tell you something, as my dad would say, this year you need to put your thinking cap on. You need to learn how to critically think. You need to know how to strategically think. You need to know how to think like a boss, you got to literally allow yourself to learn how to think. And what I mean by that is sometimes somebody can tell you something and you just run with it and you didn't even think about it. That ain't how this work, y'all. This is not how this work. When you are working with a coach is supposed to take your vision and say, okay, this is what you said you want to do. Let's make it happen. And so, but see, this is where it gets a little wonky in coaching. This is where it gets a little wonky in coaching. Every week you changing your mind. Every week you changing your mind. You can't be certain about anything. Every week it's a new thing. Hey, this week I decided I wanted to do this. Okay, cool. Let me coach you on that. Then you go on somebody's live stream, get inspired. You know what? I want to be an AI guru. Cool. You come back to the coach again. Hey, I decided, You know that book I told you I wanted to write last week? I don't want to do that anymore. I actually want to be an AI guru. Okay, cool. Let's be the AI guru. And then you change your mind again. You watched a YouTube video. And in the YouTube video, it's talking about how everybody needs to create a Stanley mug. So now you want to be a mug creation guru. You go back to your coach and you say, hey, I watched this YouTube video. It was fire. I need to be a mug guru. Can you help me be a mug guru? Right? And it's just like, okay. Well, you said you wanted to write a book. Then you changed your mind on that. You said you wanted to do AI. You changed your mind on that. Then you said you wanted to be a mug guru. I got you. We 3 months into coaching. You only got 6 months with the coach. You get to the end of the coach. Ooh. You get to the end of the coaching experience. And the first thing you say out of your face, you have the audacity to say, the coaching program was trash. What? That coach didn't do what they were supposed to be doing. They didn't help me grow my business. I was a part of that program and they didn't do what they told me said they was going to do. When the whole time you didn't have vision and you wasn't clear. I'm telling you, I told y'all it was going to hurt a little bit. I told y'all it was going to hurt a little bit. I said that. I said that. I said it. I told y'all it was going to hurt a little bit. I said all that to say. Use your coach as a guide to the vision that you have. Now, some of you all may be saying, okay, Audria, that sounds cute. I don't know how to create a vision. If that's you, let's be 100. Just put me in the chat. You know what, Audria? I think I know what I want to do, but I'm not clear. I want to recommend a book to you. Okay. If you're not clear on what your vision is, if you're like, I don't really know how to come up with a vision, let's be transparent, right? Let's be transparent. Put me in the chat. If that's you, I want to recommend a book. Okay. It's a book that I recommend to all my clients when we first start working together. Whenever I take on a client, the first thing that we do, the first assignment, and you can ask any of my mastermind clients this, they have to create a vivid vision. Okay. There's an author called Cameron Herold. He wrote a book called Vivid Vision. It's an amazing book. It's a short read. And he talks about how to create a vision as a leader, as a CEO. And then that is what you take into your coaching program. Okay. All right. Thank you all so much for buying a badge. I truly appreciate you all. I see some familiar faces here on this live stream. I appreciate you all for being here with me on this Friday morning. I'm trying my best to get through all of the talking points. And so thank you all. Now, the company is called, the guy that wrote the book is Cameron Herold. He wrote a book called Vivid Vision, and it's an amazing book. It's a short read. You can read the book. He got great examples of your vision, of how to create a vision. He got sample visions in there. And also, there's a firm. Okay, now I haven't worked with the firm. Okay, I haven't worked with the firm, but I want to tell you about this company. If you go to vividvision.com, there is an agency that he partnered with that will interview you and work with you to write your vision for you. Okay, so you got two options. You can read the book, which is Vivid Vision by Cameron Herold, or you can go to vividvision.com. There's an agency that actually will interview you and help you write your vision. All right, because like I said, I want us to come into 2024 strong. I want us to come into 2024 strong. Okay. All right. Are y'all feeling this? Just put a yes in the chat. All right, cool. All right. So the next thing. So that's the first mental shift, right? Use your coach as a guide, not the source. Use your coach to facilitate and support you with your vision, not to create your vision for you. Okay? That you can only get vision from God and yourself, boo. That's it. Okay? You should not be working with a coach and they telling you what to do and you have no sense of direction. You might as well go get a job, because that's where you go to someone else's job to help them facilitate their vision. Right? But if you're trying to come up with your own vision, the only people that can give you that is God and yourself. Period. Okay? All right. Number two. We have to learn how to become leaders. Okay? We have to learn how to become leaders. Let me give you an example. Let me give you a quick little story. Okay? I'm going to be real quick with it. So as you all know, I wrote my third book, UnCloned Marketing. This book, I would say, is the book that, quote unquote, put me on the map. right? I feel like, oh, this, everybody like come to me for marketing. They want me to help them with the marketing campaigns. It was like I was getting interviews out the wazoo. My marketing campaign did so good. We got featured in Forbes. It was a thing, right? And I'm so excited about it. And I'm like, okay, up until this point, I'm a solopreneur with a EA, a virtual assistant. I have a graphic designer that I work with, but that's pretty much it, right? And so at this point, I realized I need a team. I need a team. So the first thing I do is I go out and I hire 2 employees. I first hired an HR consultant. And I asked her like, hey, how do I hire and like all of those things. And then she began to teach me how to hire and like what to put in the handbook and like what to look for. And do you want to have a contractor or an employee and like all of these things, right? And so I started to learn all of these things. But one thing nobody taught me, the HR person, the HR courses, the books I read or anything, is how to lead people. If you're going to have a vision, hopefully, that's bigger than you, okay? If you're going to have a vision that's bigger than you, you're going to have to know how to lead people, okay? They have this thing called direct reports. If you hire 5 people, all 5 people going to report to you. You hire 2 people, all 2 people going to report to you. You need to learn corporate structure. Right? That's why you have like board of directors, then you have the executive team, then you have the management team, and then you have like the frontline people and like all of these things. You have to understand corporate structure because as a leader, your job is not only to facilitate the vision of the organization, but to also make sure that your people are rowing in the right direction to help you with your vision. And you cannot lead a company if you ain't even leading yourself. This is why having the vision is so important, because once you have the vision, it's easy to bring people into it because you can look at your vision and say, oh, I know I'm gonna need to hire this person, and this person. Okay, great. I need to learn how to lead people. So I'm gonna recommend another book. Y'all know your girl got books on books on books. Okay, so this book is called How to Be a Great Boss. Okay, I believe that's it. How to Be a Great Boss. Yeah, by Gino Wickman. Okay. He has another book called Traction. Is amazing. All right. If you get any of the Gino Wickman books, all of the books in there, they call it the Traction Library. All of their books are amazing. But if you like, I don't know how to be a good boss. I don't know how to lead people. I don't know how to, have difficult conversations, so on and so forth. Read How to Be a Great Boss. All right. How to Be a Great Boss by Gino Wickman. Okay, Gino Wickman. It's a great book. Traction is also a great book as well, if you have not read it. Let me also say this. I have solved more problems last year as a CEO with books than I did with all coaching programs combined. Let me repeat that. I have solved more of my CEO problems with books than I have with all coaching programs combined. Can't no one coaching program solve every problem, y'all. I got books on how to be a boss, how to be a leader, how to be, a CEO, how to lead a team, like all of these different things that you're just not going to get in these programs. I'm just keeping it a buck with y'all. Okay. So what I'm essentially saying is, don't just stop at the program, go beyond the program and start to venture out and start reading books, y'all. I promise you, there's so many answers in books. And if you really, really want to get like straight to the sauce and you want the full context and you want the story and you want the study and you want the science behind it, you want to know how it works, read the books. I'm going to give you an example. And this is another thing, watch YouTube, like news channels on YouTube that's more so related to entrepreneurship. I saw this girl create a post about the Stanley Cups that wasn't even original. She didn't even source where she got all of this content. I consume content a lot. And I knew for a fact that she had got that information from the NBC video on YouTube, because I follow the NBC business channel on YouTube. And she was talking about the Stanley Cup, and this is why you're seeing a lot of people talking about the Stanley Cup. But that came from CBN, what y'all know what I'm trying to say, CBN News or whatever. Like, they were talking about the Stanley Cup and how this old brand was revitalized by an influencer. And I'm thinking to myself, ain't nobody gonna source where the hell they got this content from? It is blowing me, because literally they took all the commentary, all the data, all the information from this YouTube video and turned it into a social media post. And now this person looks like a guru when they just got the information from somebody else. I'm like, what the hell? So this is another thing too about doing your own research and getting your own information. A lot of the times you all take stuff as facts. Like, if you see somebody post about it, you all don't fact check at all. You all don't go and look it up. You don't try to validate it. You don't try to research. You don't try to go to the source. I want you all to go and be source people. Find the source. Find who gave it to the next person, to the next person, to the next person. Try to get to the root and the source. Because a lot of the times people are regurgitating stuff to you without giving you full context or the full science behind it. Become an avid reader. Okay? That's essentially what I'm saying. So number 2, become a great leader. So number 1, we talked about use a coach as a guide, not the source. Hire coaches to help you facilitate your vision. That was number 1. Number 2 is become a great leader. There's a book called How to Be a Great Boss. If you read any of John C. Maxwell books, he got a lot of great books on leadership and this, that, and the third. So you can go and check that out. Number 3. Number 1 was make sure your investments are in alignment with your vision. So that was number 1. And number 2 is use your coach as a guide to facilitate help with your vision. Number 3 was become a better leader. I recommended a book called How to Be a Great Boss. Number 3, okay? Number three. I need you all to get clear about what you want. Okay? I need you to stop being so fidgety. You know, every minute you changing up stuff. Let me give you a rule of thumb on how you can stay consistent, y'all. And I'm more so talking about like staying in alignment with your goals. Every idea, okay? Every idea is going to have a peak moment where you're so excited about it. You can't do nothing but dream, eat, and sleep and think about it. And you wake up and you're more excited. And, oh my God, this idea is amazing. It's amazing. I don't know what to do with this idea. Oh my God, this idea is amazing. Everybody has that phase. Then you have the phase where you transfer the idea from your brain to paper. You're like, oh, I'm going to write a book, as an example. Then you start getting into the thicks and the weeds of writing this book. Let's just say that was the example. And you start to look up the cost of what it costs to get like an editor and a book cover designer. And you start looking at how you get your book online and like how you're going to market the book and how you're going to get people to read the book. And then you get so overwhelmed by the process that you quit, and then you start all over again to find another idea. That idea was too much. You know what? I want to make water. I'm going to sell water. And then you get excited about the water. Oh my God, water is amazing. You know, this, that, and third. And then you go down the rabbit hole again. I'm going to make water. You write it down. You start doing your research. Oh, I got to find a place to source the water. Where do I get the bottles? And what type of brand I'm going to be? And how do I get the, FDA approval? Like all of these things, right? You're like, oh, forget it. I'm not going to do this. Let me tell you, every idea goes through that phase. If you can make it past that wiggly phase, I promise you'll be off to the races. What I really want you all to see and what I really want you all to do is get to a place where you see things to the end. Okay? Just type that in the chat. See things to the end. Okay? Because an idea, you get the thrill of it when you get to the end. The middle there's always a messy middle, y'all. Even with a coach, even with a book, even with all of the stuff, you still cannot avoid your own personal experience to the thing, right? The middle going to be messy. The middle going to be messy, but see it to the end. See it to the end. Because if you see it to the end, you will be able to pat yourself on the back and be proud of yourself, right? So just keep in mind that the middle going to be messy. It's going to be messy. But if you can get on the other side of the thing, you can see it to the end. Okay? All right, so that's number 3. Like, see it to the end. Be clear about what you want and don't quit in the middle. Don't quit in the middle. Okay. All right, here we go. Now we're going to number 5. All right. Ooh, okay. Ooh, this one going. This one gonna hurt a little bit. I kind of said it, but I'm trying to be easy with y'all. Okay, here we go. I'm just gonna say it. Get clear on what you sell. Let me say that again. It's one thing to have an idea. We passed that. Let's say you finally have your thing. I need you all to be clear on what you sell. If I was to bring any of you all up on live stream today and just say, hey, come on, introduce yourself. Tell me what you do, right? Tell me what you do. Tell me what you sell. I need you to be clear on that. Let me say this. The days of people buying from you because you're a Black-owned business, or because you just got started, or because someone told you to start this business, that's cute. That's so cute. I'm so proud of you. But if you want to get to the money, you're going to have to be clear as hell on what you sell and how you offer it and how people can get started with you. I cannot begin to tell you how unclear people are on what they sell. Like literally, if I say what you sell, you should literally be able to run down what you sell. Okay, I can tell you right now, we offer the UnCloned Launch Circle, which is designed to teach entrepreneurs how to launch like a pro. We also offer the UnCloned Mastermind, which is designed to work with entrepreneurs to teach them how to build uncloned brands. We have our UnCloned Shop, which is an accelerator for being able to take fast action in less than an hour to teach entrepreneurs marketing tactics and trends. Like, I can literally tell you that. If I pulled any of you all up, you should be able to tell me what you sell. You also need to know the sales process for what you sell. If you say I sell, a group coaching program to help women become a boss, right? Cool. Well, what's included with the program? What's the name of the program? What is the support type with this program? How do I actually sign up for this program? What happens after I pay for this program? I need you all to know that, because it really pains me how I get so excited about some of what you all do, and then I go to your website and the links don't work. Or if I make it past the links, you all are manually sending me emails on how to access what I just paid for, or better yet, I don't even get the email at all. People are sick and tired of throwing their money into a dark tunnel. And it requires you all to be crystal clear on your product suite. If I asked any of you all what Apple sell, you could tell me, oh, they got the iMac, they got the iPad, they got the iPhone, they got the Apple Watch. Like, if I asked you what Apple sell, you could tell me. It should be the same way with you. If I say, what do you sell? You should be able to run off what you sell. You shouldn't have to go get a list, a piece of paper, and be like, give me a minute, I'm finna tell you what I sell. And let me tell you, this is a dead giveaway that you ain't sold nothing. That's a dead giveaway that you haven't sold anything if you have to go run and get a list and let me tell you what I sell. Because let me tell you what the people with the list do. The people with the list, these are just ideas. I got me a group coaching program. I got a workbook. I got this. I got this. I got this. You got this list, but it ain't complete. It ain't done. It's just ideas. You should be able to tell me what you sell that is done. That is done. That meaning I could go to a website, I can add it to the cart, I can pay for it, and I can get it. It could be. I got it. That's what I'm saying. Okay. So if you gotta go get a list and read from a list, 9 times out of 10 that thing ain't done. It's still cooking, and you ain't sold it to nobody. And it's cool, but just know where you are when it comes to your offer. So that's number 5, right? That's number 5. Like, stop being wishy-washy with your offers. Get clear on what you sell, right? You should be able to verbatimly tell me right there on the spot what you sell, what it costs, how it has impacted people's lives, how to get access to it, so on and so forth, very easily. All right, number 6. Woo, here we go. Here we go. I told y'all, these next ones getting a little harder. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to keep a cute face. It's getting a little harder. So, number 6, I need your experience to match your rates. Okay? Like, I get this a high ticket revolution. You know what I mean? Everybody is charging high ticket, okay? I get it. Everybody is like, my service costs $5,000. My service costs $10,000. My program costs $30,000. My program costs $100,000. My program costs $2,500, $3,500. You fill in the blank with your high ticket number. Let me be clear, boo-boo, okay? I ain't giving no money to nobody this year that cannot demonstrate the value. The days of me getting hyped up through your sales pitch, that ain't enough for me no more. I need to be like, okay, what's included? Okay, is your portal done? Is your portal developed? How active are you in the Facebook group? Is there a community component? Will you ever be able to look at my stuff? Or do you have coaches? Well, how trained are your coaches? Are these contractor coaches, or they've been through some kind of testing process? Like, I'm asking all the goddamn questions. And the reason that I'm saying this is because there are so many people who are getting sucked into this idea that, like, you should charge a whole lot of money when you ain't got a whole lot of experience. We need to stop that, okay? We need to stop that. Let me say that again. You all are convinced that you can charge a whole lot of money with having little to no experience. And I'm going to tell you that as consumers, we need to start asking more questions. We need to start getting down to the root. We need to scrutinize every goddamn thing. The website, the how I get to the product or service, because this is our resources that we're talking about. Okay? I promise you, let me ask you a question. For everybody who has invested in something where you felt like, dang, this ain't what I thought it was going to be, how many of you all wish you would have asked more questions? Just put me in the chat. That's all I'm saying. How many of you all wish you would have asked more questions? You wouldn't have been so quick to hit the buy button, as my girl April Beverly would say. How many of you all would just, damn, I should have just asked a few more questions, because if I would have asked a few more questions, I probably could have got some understanding. Great. Now, in addition to you asking more questions, what did we say earlier? Right? What did we say earlier? You need to be clear. You need to be clear. If you're clear on what you want, then your questioning should be a lot easier. Does that make sense what I'm saying? So like, like if you know for a fact you want to write a book. Let's use that. I don't know why I keep saying that, right? But let's say you want to write a book. I don't know why writing a book is on my mind. But let's say you want to write a book and you see a book coach. She or he is offering a book coaching program. And you like, oh, I want to write this book, so on and so forth. And you know you want to write a children's book, okay? You want to write a children's book. But they're a book coach, so you think, it's kind of the same. Wouldn't it help you to ask that person before you join the program, if you know going in, I want to write a children's book, to ask them, do you have any experience with writing a children's book? I'm just curious. Do you have any authors that you work with that you help publish a children's book? I'm interested in publishing a children's book. Do you have any examples or whatnot? Don't you know that like that would solve a lot of y'all problems if you would just, one, get clear on what you want, and two, ask direct questions around what it is exactly what you're working on. And then you can find out, actually, we don't have any authors that we've helped publish a children's book. We only work with nonfiction authors who want to write expert books. Oh, well, damn. I saved my money. And then before you know it, in your news feed, you see a book coach who specializes in children's books. Ta-da! And now, that doesn't mean go run and buy with them. It means, okay, we're getting closer and closer to what I'm asking for. Then you begin to ask your question. Is this helping y'all? Because I really want you all to understand that a lot of the times when people are charging you a whole lot of money, a lot of people love profiting off of your ignorance. The more ignorant you are around the thing you're trying to get help with, the more people know they can take advantage. Matter of fact, me and my husband, we was watching this show on Netflix called Bitcoin. Okay. That documentary pissed me off to no end, because I'm not going to tell y'all the premise of this documentary, but anyway, it's about this guy and his friends. They started like a Bitcoin coin, and they were going to be the guys who created the debit card for cryptocurrency. And I'm watching this documentary, and it made me so mad because people were being taken advantage of because they wanted to make money fast. They were so hell-bent on making money fast that all of these people who got involved in this scam literally got scammed. And this is another thing too. You all need to check your heart. Okay? You need to check your heart. If something seemed too easy to be true, it's probably right. You know what I mean? Like, you all should stop getting bamboozled with these ridiculous claims. I'm going to show you how to make $1 million in 10 seconds. Guaranteed. Anytime you hear the word guarantee, hell no. And anytime you hear a ridiculous time amount, you need to be able to question that. You all get so bamboozled, and it's just like, again, it goes back to what I said earlier in my conversation. You all have to learn how to think for yourself, because when you learn how to think for yourself, you cannot be distracted pretty easily, because you know how to think, you know how to research, you know how to ask compelling questions, you know how to get to the root of the problem. I'm telling you, if you all would slow down just a little bit, right? I'm not saying not be ambitious, and I'm not saying don't go hit your goals and don't be excited. What I am saying is slow down just a little bit, just a little teensy little bit, just a little bit, to peek on the inside and ask a few more questions. That's all I'm saying. All right, cool. So, make sure that if you are going to be a person that offers high ticket services, you need to make sure that your experience match the investment. All right. Now, moving on to number 7. Y'all know this one is my favorite. I'm not going to spend a lot of time on it, but this is what I say. Stop treating your marketing like it doesn't mean anything. Okay. I see you all get so infatuated with the idea of creating content, but you don't get infatuated about talking about what you created. What's the whole point of having a business if you never have nothing to sell? Let me give you an example. Let me paint this picture very vividly for you. Let's say that I am a grocery store owner. I own a grocery store and I sell groceries, or I'm supposed to sell groceries. And you come to the grocery store, it say on the outside, I'm a grocery store. It says that, we got fresh produce. It got everything on the outside. I supposed to be a grocery store. Then I come inside the grocery store, and the only thing I can see is videos of you doing dances about, how to eat a pear. You dancing how to eat a pear. But ain't no pear though, okay? You doing videos, you like juggling bananas, you juggling apples and oranges. That's you on video juggling, you hitting it with the stanky leg with the new trends, the new music trends, but then the vegetable bin is actually empty. That's how y'all be marketing y'all business. I come to your page and it's a freaking it's like the club. It's like, where's the thing? Like, can you tell you said you an author, but like your last 10 videos is you take your phone to the top of the screen and you dancing. It's like, I need help, ma'am. So let me tell you, I understand the beauty in creating content. I get it. But if you are a business owner and you're creating content with the intent to make money, you got to ask for the sale, which moves me to my next thing. Don't be afraid to ask for the sale. Okay? Don't be afraid to ask for the sale. Okay? Don't be afraid to ask for the sale. It really blows me, because you see a lot of really huge influencers be like, add value. I don't sell on my content. I don't use ads and this, that, and the third. And they really be shitting on people that's getting bread. And the truth of the matter is, I need you all to understand that you can add value and get paid at the same damn time. Let me be clear. Let me say it again for all the people in the back, for all the content gurus in the back. Let me be crystal clear. You can provide a great content experience and ask for the sale. Both can coexist. Okay? It can coexist. So I need you all to understand that as a business owner, it is your job. It's actually in your description as a CEO to generate revenue for the business. So if you're not asking for let me ask you a question. How many of you all have asked for the sale for 2024? I know we're on the 5th day of 2024, but if you have been posting content from January 1 to now, did any of you all ask people to do anything? This could be, hey, click the link in my bio and get on my email list. This could be, hey, go to Amazon and grab my book, or click the link in my bio and get my web and get my thing. Like, it is okay to ask for the sale. I know you all are being inundated with this idea that if you're selling, it's a bad thing. Look, every time I go to Amazon, it's a buy button. Every time. Matter of fact, I'm on Amazon right now. There's 4 buy buttons. It's like, hey, we got this new thing. You want to buy it? There's a headline to buy this new thing. There's nothing on Amazon for free. You know what I mean? Like, they got content, but it's also attached to a buy button. You know those live stream videos that them influencers do? Attached to it is a buy button. I need you all to get to a point, okay, where it's okay to ask for the sale. Okay? I'm just saying. It's nice to see you here, Tina. Let me just say that. Because I know a lot of the times when you all are putting yourself out there, you all might be afraid to say, you know what, I don't know if I should be asking for money. You sure should. You sure should. Ain't no reason why you should have more content than money. I'm just saying. There is no reason why you should have more content than you have money. Like, it blows me. At the end of the year, you should at least be trying to strive for, at the minimum, at the super minimum, 50,000. Okay? Because if I told you 6 and 7 and 8, you might not believe that. But at the very least, you should be shooting for at least 50 bands. At least. On the low end. That's the low end. Just shoot for $50,000. And then move up to 75. Then move up to 100, then keep going. And 7 figures just doesn't even seem possible for you. Then meet yourself where you are. Do not come into 2024 putting unnecessary pressure on yourself. Okay? Look, I've already told myself, I am not going to become a machine to this content game. I'm just not. I'm going to create compelling content when I feel compelled to create amazing content. And I'm going to put it out when it makes sense for my brand. I'm not finna be a machine to Instagram, YouTube, or any other platform for that matter. Like today, I felt compelled to create content. That's why I'm here live. It wasn't on the schedule. I didn't say on Friday, on January 5th at 11:30, I'm going to do a live stream around 8 mental shifts. I had an aha moment because I technically supposed to be off break until Monday. So I'm gonna create content when I know I can put my best into it. I'm gonna create content when it makes sense for my brand. I'm gonna create content when I can show up and be proud of what I created and not putting out junk just so I can say I posted today. I know that go against all the content gurus, but let me tell you, putting out 15 pieces of trash content ain't gonna get you nowhere. Your clients will appreciate a really amazing piece of content to help them make a buying decision so they can do business with you. So ask for the sale. And creating content and getting paid at the same time can coexist. All right? All right. The next thing. Ooh. I don't know why I decided to end on this one, but it's going to ruffle some feathers. Ooh, it's going to ruffle some feathers. I got one more for you. If this has been good, just put good in the chat. All right? I got one more for you. You should not be marketing celebrity drama more than you promote your business. Let me say it again. You should not, okay? You should not, okay, be marketing celebrity drama more than you are promoting your business. I've heard more about Cat Williams this year than whatever y'all like. I haven't heard. I've been so inundated with Cat Williams and all Kevin Hart and like all of these celebrities, and I'm starting to forget what some of y'all do. I'm starting to think that some of y'all are like celebrity bloggers. Like, I normally expect that. Like, look, I have my trash moments online. I'm not going to sit here and act like I don't indulge in trash content. I absolutely do. I have some of my YouTube faves. But, like, I'm on YouTube. I'm indulging in my little trash content. Then I get back to my little business content. Then I get back to my boss content. I have my moments. But then I come over to Facebook and like all my expert friends are just like, oh, I can't believe Cat Williams did this. Oh my God, Cat Williams did that. And it's just like, oh my God, like I'm starting to forget what some of y'all do. You should not be marketing celebrity drama more than your business. Or at least more than whatever the hell you focused on. And I understand that social media is about socializing and having fun. But you are also tied to what you post. Let me say that again. As a leader, you are tied to what you post. Have you ever seen the CEO of Disney or the CEO of a major corporation come on their platform and talk about trash news that's trending? Does that make sense what I'm saying? Like for some of you all, you're forgetting you're the leader of your company. And you're on social media talking, you're not leading with really good insight as a CEO and what you do. You're leading with BS. And I'm just like, are you a blogger or or are you say what you are, right? So again, I need you all to understand that when you are putting yourself outside online, you are what you post. The reason that you can't find a bunch of stuff on certain celebrities because they shut up. They shut up. They do their job. They post their thing and they keep it moving. I'm not saying you can't have fun on social media, but you need to be careful about what you post and how it's directly tied to you, your influence, and what you do. So those are the mental shifts that I recommend that you all make to win in 2024. Let me do a recap. Number 1 was make sure that your investments are in alignment with your vision. Number 2, use your coach to help you guide you with your vision. Your coach's job is not to give you vision, but for you to have vision for your business and brand. Number 3, I need to redo these. Number 3 is make sure that you hone in on your leadership skills and understand what it takes to be a boss. I recommended the book, How to Be a Great Boss, which is a great book to learn about leadership, but you can also check out some of John C. Maxwell's books on how to do leadership. Number 4 is making sure that you're crystal clear on what you want to do and you're not wavering in your ideas and you're not getting stuck in the middle of developing your ideas. All right. Number 5, quit being wishy-washy around what you sell and get crystal clear around what you sell so you can articulate it to people so they can buy what you're offering. Number 6, make sure that if you're going to sell high-ticket services, that your high-ticket services is in alignment with a great service experience. Number 7, start making marketing urgent. Quit acting like if you post content, you can't get paid. Providing great content and asking for the sale can coexist. All right. Number 7, being afraid to sell and ask for the sale. Stop being afraid to ask for the sale. Okay. Just stop being afraid to ask for the sale. All right. And then number 9 is stop marketing celebrity drama more than you market your own business, because you want to make sure that what you post is directly tied to who you are. So, anywho, is this helpful? Put a oh yeah in the chat. I will be putting this recording up on my page. I will also be putting this recording on YouTube. All right. I would like to thank you all so much for tuning in to this live stream. So I will take a few questions. If you have any questions, you can post them in the chat or you can ask them in the Q&A box, and I can stick around to answer just a few questions, not a lot. Hopefully this sets you up really, really good for 2024. You can come in guns blazing, having a good time. All right. So if you have any questions, you can post them in the comments or you use the Q&A box. I would like to thank you all so much for tuning in to this live stream. All right. So if you have any questions, let me know. Let's see. When you say be consistent, how do you know when to pivot? When you say be consistent, how do you know when to pivot? I don't understand the question. Can you rephrase the question? Okay. Because pivoting is totally different than being consistent. No questions, just a huge thank you. You're welcome. God bless. This was great. Thank you. Good setup. Great. Thank you. Thank you. Oh yeah. Yay. Perfect. Let's see. Do we have any questions? If so, you can put it in the comments, or you can put them in the Q&A box. All right. For the person who asked their question, can you rephrase it? How do I access the launch planner? You can join the UnCloned Launch Circle. It's currently closed. So if you go to unclonedlaunchcircle.com and get on the wait list, you'll be the first to know about it. We are going to open it up in February. But if you're like super duper interested, the launch circle is $247 a month. If you send me a link, if you send me that you're truly interested, I can send you a backlink so you can join today. If you like, I don't want to wait to get in, it's $247 a month. So if you want to join the UnCloned Launch Circle, you can send me a DM and I'll make sure that you get a backlink to go ahead and join us today. If not, you can go to unclonedlaunchcircle.com and get on the wait list and be notified when we open again. Let's see. Give me 1 second. Okay. We do not sell our launch planner a la carte. Okay. We do not sell the UnCloned Launch Planner a la carte. If you want access to the UnCloned Launch Planner, you have to be a part of the UnCloned Launch Circle, the UnCloned Mastermind, or any of our virtual events that include that the planner. But we do not sell the planner a la carte, mainly because we know coaching and guidance is required for you to enjoy the experience of utilizing it. Okay. Let's see. What new products are you developing for 2024? Oh, that's a great question. We are launching our certification program. Can I be honest? I am terrified. Okay. I am terrified. We've been working on this thing for about 4 to 5 years. And so going back and forth with the trademark office, we passed that phase of getting the certification mark. So we literally could be published any day now. But we're launching our certification program where you could become an UnCloned Marketing Pro to be able to use our tools and resources within your business. So I'm super excited about that. And we got a couple of virtual events that we're going to be hosting this year that I'm pretty excited about. I can't disclose those events yet, but those are the things that we're going to be doing. So we're going to do more virtual conferences, and intensives and workshops and things like that. And then we are releasing our certification program. So I'm excited about that. Let's see. I'm going to get to the questions that was submitted in the Q&A box. I want to make sure I don't lose these questions that's being dropped here. Someone took my UnCloned signed copy. Can I get another one? Yes. If you go to uncloned.shop or click the link in my bio, you can buy a book, and I autograph every single book. Let's see. So if you buy from my shop, I autograph all the books. Oh, thank you. Y'all already posted it. That's what I'm talking about. Is there a point that's too early to sell? No. Like, as long as you provide value, then ask for the sale. Absolutely. But sometimes you're going to be in promo mode, and it's just ask for the sale. Hey, I got this thing coming up. It costs X. Go here to sign up. But you do want to have like a series of content and asking for the sale that coexist on your page. Does that make sense? Like, you don't want your feed to be sell. It could be value, sell. Value, sell, value. Does that make sense? Like, it shouldn't be sell. And it also shouldn't be the same exact flyer posted over and over, right? There should be like a series going on, right? I wish I could show y'all this. But yeah, that's essentially what I'm saying. Okay. Okay, cool. So let me answer these other questions that were submitted here. When you were referring to people starting then changing to something else, what are red flags to tell you to pivot? Oh, so that's okay. Now I get it. Now I get what you're saying. You're saying like, okay, if I have an idea, How do I know to like pursue this idea, or when should I pivot? Well, this is what I'll say. A lot of the times we don't research our ideas enough to tell us when to quit. Does that make sense? Like, for instance, I was like, oh, I want to do this certification program and I want to do this and this and the third. I did not realize that it was going to take us 4 to 5 years to create this certification program. I didn't know we was going to have to do all this legal work. I didn't know that I was going to have to be an instructional designer. I didn't know I had to create all these doggone quizzes. Like, I knew people was going to have to test, but I thought it was going to be a little bit less. I thought it would be a little bit easier. We had to create a handbook. We had to create, like, I had to learn how to set up our quizzes. Like, it was a lot. And the only reason I knew it was a lot was because when I started to do the research on other certification programs, I really was able to kind of see like, oh, well, ours, what type we're going to get. And then I found a mentor who had a course that I went through and all of that stuff, and it really helped me solidify the details of my certification program. And even when I went through her course, I realized, okay, this still gonna be a long time to get this out there, because there were some things I needed to work out related to, the material and like all of that. So sometimes if you research your idea, seeing what it takes will tell you whether or not you need to go down that road or not. What ended up happening is we come up with an idea and then we jump in without looking it up. We jump in without doing the research, not realizing how long it's going to take, right? Before I created my planner, I didn't know the planner publishing process. I had published books. I was familiar with the publishing process, but I didn't know the rigor that it was going to take to create a planner. At least a planner of our magnitude. I wasn't creating a dated planner. Like, what am I doing today? What am I eating today? I wasn't creating that kind of planner. I was creating a planner around my proprietary process on how I help clients. So that took me way longer to do. Had I known that going in, I probably would have been like, that planner wouldn't exist, to be 100. Sometimes you're going to jump into an idea and you so deep and it's so needed that you're going to have to go through the rigor. You can't jump out of it. But sometimes you're going to research stuff and you're going to be able to put a finger on the pulse and be like, I don't think I'm built for that. I don't think I'm ready for that right now. And sometimes you're going to get into doing something and you're going to realize that like, oh, I probably should have waited. Like, for instance, another reason that I waited to do the planner was we didn't have the money at first. When I came up with I wish I could find that damn version 1 planner. But like, it costs a lot of money to get these to get one planner doesn't cost a lot, right? To get one planner doesn't cost a lot. But when you say getting a container shipped to America and you got to buy 1,000 units per product and you got to think about every single detail, like, I didn't have a coach. Nobody had done what I was trying to do. That was another thing. And this is another thing too. Sometimes God gonna give you a vision that a coach can't help you with because ain't nobody did it before. You're gonna be the first one to do it. You're gonna be the first one to do it, and then you become the blueprint and the reason and the guidance and all of that on what people need. So it really does depend on the idea, how big you want it to be or how small you want it to be. It depends on your resources, like how much money you have to put towards that. So I would say you really won't know when to pivot, and everybody is different. Like me, I may have a higher tolerance than you. Like, just reading 3 books may take you out versus me. I'm like, my tolerance level, damn, I had to read 50 books. I think I'm out. So there's a lot of variables that go into when should I quit? When should I pivot? When should I keep going? And so I think that's on a case-by-case basis. But for the most part, if you can research, or another thing I like to do too, if I'm not clear about something, sometimes I will buy a course on how to do something and then make my decision after the course. I'll go through the course and be like, oh, I don't want to do that. Like, yeah, I paid for the course. I got the knowledge I needed, but then it confirmed to me that I don't want to do it. And then sometimes I'll take a course and it confirmed that I'm moving in the right direction and then I do want to do it. So there's a lot of ways that you can approach that, but hopefully that's helpful. The next question we have here is, I've given so much value and no selling. How do I pivot to start asking for the sale? Another thing too, you can always go back and update your social media captions with some type of call to action. And the call to action doesn't always have to be money, y'all. It could be get on my email list, get on my text message list. It doesn't always have to be, you getting money. All right. So hopefully to answer your question, do you have a book recommendation for creating the perfect elevator pitch? No. However, inside of my book, I talk about how to create a marketing message. So like how to introduce yourself online and things like that. So we do cover that in this book, but I don't know of any books on, let me say this. I feel like elevator pitches are so dated. And I'm not taking away from your desire to want to create an elevator pitch, but I feel like elevator pitches are not how people communicate in real life. I think that when you meet people, like for instance, if you was to meet me out and you was like, hey, and I introduced myself to you, hey, my name is Audria Richmond, I'm a and sometimes I don't even tell people I'm a marketing and launch strategist, depending on the room I'm in. If I feel like the room I'm in, ain't nobody gonna know what I do, I try to make it as crystal plain as humanly possible. So let's say if I'm in a room with, teaching seniors something, as an example. They're like, what do you do? I wouldn't say I'm a marketing and launch strategist. I'd be like, I help business owners put their products and services out there so they can sell it. Like, that's the most simplest thing to say. So I'm not saying that, you wanting to have an elevator pitch is bad or good. I'm just saying that you just need to know how to communicate what you do and know how to navigate through that thing, versus when I'm on live stream, I have like this canned message that I use, like, hey, my name is Audria Richmond. I'm a marketing and launch strategist. I work directly with my clients to teach them how to build uncloned brands and launch profitable marketing campaigns. This is just something that I remember to say off the top of my head. So if you want something similar like that, then we teach that in this book. But if you're looking for like, this long spiel that sounds like a pitch, like a super pitch, like you're trying to pitch for money or pitch for sales, then I don't know of any resources on that. Okay, so let's see. Is there a call to action in each of your posts or lives? Not all the time. And sometimes it could just be like, let me know you watched this. Put an oh yeah in the comments. Sometimes it's not as sometimes it's not like go to my website and buy this thing. Sometimes it's like get on my email list, share this live stream, so on and so forth. Okay. Let's see. I am finding myself in between clients unexpectedly. What would you advise to do to get an influx of cash to supplement retainer money loss? That's a great question. Let me think about that for a second. I'm finding myself in between clients unexpectedly. What would you advise to do to get an influx of cash to supplement retainer money loss? I would try to think of something that you can do. Thank you for that, Antoine. I would try to think of something that you can do that is group. That was probably the fastest way I was able to get an influx of cash. And like, there's two things. Well, there's three. One, typically retainer money takes time. Like, you're going to be working with this client over a period of time, right? There's three ways that you can do where you can still pretty much charge in the same arena of what you're doing now. The first thing you could do is offer VIP days, okay? Very high ticket, high level, one and done, get in, get out. You spend 6 to 8 hours with a client, sometimes 4. So 4, 6, 8, depending on the complexity of the deliverable. But some type of VIP day where the client walk away with something done. That's a VIP day. The second thing you can offer is some type of group program or group activity or something where you get multiple clients together to do. Just think of it like a group VIP day where you're getting all the people together to do a particular goal together, right? Like, hey, we're all going to get, like, let's say, client come to you like, hey, I want to get we're doing a website 1 day intensive where we're going to teach you all how to walk away with a funnel done, right? And like, at the end of the day, your curriculum, the templates, everything you give them is going to help them walk away with it getting done. That's one way you can have an influx of cash because it's 1 day, it's one goal. You prep for it, you support the clients, and then when that day ends, it's over with. The next thing you could do is, this require a little bit more work, but it can supplement retainer income, is having some type of recurring revenue through like a membership platform, very similar to the UnCloned Launch Circle. So hopefully that answers your question. Let's see. Boom, 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 boom. If you join the UnCloned Launch Circle today, what would you get access to? Will you get access to the content and the resource shared prior to join day? Yes. Yes, yes, yes. If you join the UnCloned Launch Circle today, you get access to a whole lot of stuff. There is currently, I want to say 16 launch styles in there. I mean, it is meaty. That's intense. I'm finna show you. Let's see. I gotta move some stuff because I've been building on it since November of last year. So, and then prior to that, I had already created the course and all of that stuff. So there's that. All right, let me get some of this stuff off my desk. Oh my God. Oh my God. So I can show you. Join y'all. It's worth it. Thank you. I'm telling y'all better get in where y'all fit in because, you know, every month I'd be like, this should be more money. Every time somebody come in and say they made some money, I'm like, this should be more money. Every time somebody have a win, I'd be like, this should be more money. So just know right now I've lost my mind. Okay. So it's currently $247 a month. All right. So let me share my screen. Can y'all see this? So we have one-on-one calls launch style, live webinars launch style, live challenges launch style, live streaming launch style, e-commerce sales event launch style, automated webinar launch style, audio series launch style, video series launch style, speaking launch style, live video tours, social media and content launch style, online events launch style, offline events launch style, and original content launch style. This jump's on fire. Oh my God, it's so good. Every launch style comes with a strategy training and a backstage pass. Not all of them, but most of them do. And then you will have a lookbook. And a lookbook is nothing but examples of what we're teaching. So for instance, in this one, we were teaching original content. I don't necessarily show that one. Let me show y'all something else because that jump fire. Let's go with challenges as an example. So with challenges, you have your strategy training, you have your backstage pass, and then we give you actual examples, and then we did a debrief of that launch. But if you come back up here, we have the lookbook, the checklist, the tech list. So if you look at the lookbook, each lookbook is basically giving you, like showing you real world examples of what we taught. So in this example, we're teaching you, challenges. So if you come in here, you'll be able to see some examples of challenges, right? So yeah, there you go. Right. I'm not going to show y'all the whole lookbook, but every month you'll get some examples that's related to that to kind of help you think through it. Then we give you a checklist. It says send me the link. Then you got the live challenges launch style checklist. And basically it walks you through like what you need for the challenge. Then we give you a tech list, and the tech list is like, what's all the tech you need for it? So, basically every single month we release a launch style. We're coming up on all the launch styles. This month we're releasing partnerships, and then the next month we're going to be releasing physical products. So it's currently $247 a month. When you join, you get access to all of those launch styles. You get the launch planner in the mail, which walk you through the process. So imagine me being like your little coach right there next to you saying, okay, I'm meeting with you, and I'm like, hey, what you want to launch on what day, what time? Okay. Then we go into the next thing. Okay. Read the legal disclaimer. So on and so forth. So anyway, this is the launch planner, right? It's my proprietary process on walking you through how to launch. All right. If you all are interested, send me a DM. You know what? No. This is going to turn into a nightmare. If you already sent me a DM, cool. If you are interested in joining the Launch Circle, text us. Send a text message to 404. Why was I about to give y'all my husband's phone number? Babe, can you put the grasshopper number in there? What is that number? Grasshopper. You got the number, babe? Put the number in there. My husband got to put the number in there. He been in the chat. That's Calvin. There you go. So text 404 965-4113. So if you're interested in joining, We'll send you a backlink. It's $247 a month. It's worth every penny. You should be able to make your money back every single month if you're not playing. If you take these mental shifts that we said and you take doing the work seriously and you get in there and put your best foot forward, you should make your money back tenfold every single month. Okay? So you can text us at 404-965-4113. Send us a text message and we'll make sure you get the link. All right? So, any questions? Any more questions? Let me see if I answered all the questions. Boom, boom, boom. Okay. It's amazing, beyond worth it. Thank you. Join is worth it. Thank you. Boom, boom, boom. Okay, cool. Definitely worth it. I need to get back. Come on through. Come on through. Hey. So anywho, I believe that's the conclusion of this live stream. Thank you all so much for tuning into this live stream. I pray that your 2024 is everything and amazing. I pray that it blow your mind how amazing this year is for you. And it all starts with you coming to this year with a clean mindset, a clean soul, a clean heart, and ready to do the work. All right? So, talk with you all soon. Until next time, y'all, let's go live an uncloned life and build an uncloned brand. Bye, y'all.